Hello, Gemini. How are you? You're up. It's your turn. My name is Ginger of Tarot by Ginger. Please take a moment to hit that like button and continue sharing and subscribing. Share with your friends and family who like tarot if you're enjoying the videos, and even if you're not. Ha ha ha. All right, so Gemini, I sat down here at my table and got into my little peaceful place, and I said, who is going to join me for some tarot readings? Which spirit guides will be joining me? And all of a sudden I hear, here he comes to save the day. So I don't know if you know who that is, but I do. And so I'm going to say thanks. You can join us, but we'll take your humor too. So anyway, how are you doing, Gemini? Gemini. For the month of December 2022, I'm going to read the tarot and some oracle cards for the consciousness of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for December 2022. Hope you're having a good month so far. It's Sagittarius season. Got the holidays, all the big holidays, and before you know it, it'll be 2023. I wonder what you're thinking 2023 is going to be like. I think it's going to be a mixed bag. That's what I think. But I think we'll all see some personal fulfillment and some joy in a personal way. All right, let me put those there. I'm going to start your reading, Gemini, with a major arcana card to set the tone for the month. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, for the consciousness of Gemini, spirit guides and angels, guides and teachers. What would you like Gemini to know for the month of December? What beautiful messages do you have for them? How are you supporting and encouraging them? Because I know you are. In what directions are you nudging them? And what do they need to be aware of this month for their benefit? Ooh, we have Temperance, and it is the month for Temperance. It is Sagittarius. Well, Capricorn too is also this month. What a beautiful card, huh? The flamingo. He's got a little halo. He's in that quiet place of his, it looks like. Okay, Temperance. So that's balance, finding balance, arriving at a place of balance. He may be very peaceful, but there's some forces at work here, because this is also about alchemy, which would not really be from us, but from other realms. And it's really beautiful. It feels very comfortable and safe, a safe haven for a little while. There's a safe haven. That's what I'm going to say. So, safe haven for you this month, Gemini. I see Gemini as being actually pretty happy this month. I see smiles. I'm having a vision of lots of smiles and joy and happiness and doing fun things. Okay. We have the Raven. It says news. You'll be receiving news. Oh, let me bring this down here. Oh, that's not how I want to do that. This way. No, come on, you guys. Cooperate with me. There we go. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. That's it. That's what I want to do. So I use OBS to record, and it's just a quirky program because, well, it's free. What can I say? And so I come up tonight to start doing these readings, and the color is like all out of whack, and I haven't touched a thing. It didn't update. The color was all out of whack, so anyway, it took me a little while. Okay, so here we go. So we have Raven. Let's see if you can, there we go. Raven. He's got, so there's a canyon there. And all of the crows are going into the cavern, actually. In his mouth, he's holding a man with a sword in his hand, and what do you call those things? To, like, a little some armor to keep, you know, other people with swords away. So you're getting some news. Oh, the birds are coming out of the cavern. Let me show you this guy. Can you see him? Okay, it seems to be a little dark. Let me turn on this light. Maybe that'll help. Much better, much better. There we go. Okay. So shielding. You're being shielded, I think. There's some protection here. The crows coming out of this cavern are making me think that they're sending out an alarm, making you aware that something's happening, and you're being shielded. Although here we have also with the Temperance card, you know, that peaceful place. All right, let's see what else we get. Maybe you're able to be in that peaceful place, that safe haven, because you are being protected. That could be. Let's see. But what do we need to be protected from? That's what I'm wondering. What kind of forces? Let's see. Never a dull moment, huh, Gemini? Never a dull moment. I think you like it that way. That's okay. It makes life fun. And you have stars in the sky, limitless possibility. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. Looks like you're pretty connected. That's what I'm getting from these three cards, is that you are very connected right now, because all three talk about a spiritual connection, protection, safe haven, and hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I like that. We'll take it. All right. Let's get into the tarot. Well, maybe it's because you've been making an effort to connect in a spiritual way to the higher forces, the higher dimensions. It's possible that you, or maybe you're, so I just got a little flash. Maybe you've got friends who have introduced you to this and you're experimenting with it. It could be that. Or it could just be who you are, you know? All right. Let's see what we get. All right, we have the Magician. Yep, that makes sense to me. When you're connected in a spiritual way, the Magician, you know, stands right next to God. So, and his job is to bring the will of God to manifest on earth. That's his job. As above, so below. And this guy is definitely, you know, like Merlin, using just being himself, but he's making things happen there. You know, he's making things happen. So I know one Gemini who's making things happen. And you have another major arcana card crossing this one, the World, the end of a cycle. That's very interesting. Because as I was saying earlier in the, you know, before I started the reading, that, you know, 2023 is fast upon us. And how do you feel about, you know, what do you think is 2023 is going to be like? I felt as though this would be a new cycle for you. So, all right. The basis of the reading, or the root of the reading, the reason the reading is taking place in the first place, is the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is putting your intentions out to the universe and saying to the universe, this is what I'm doing. I'll take this. Sorry, there we go. This is what I'm doing. And so you put it out into the world and you're waiting for it to come back. These angels are all very bored. They're kind of like, really? How long is this going to take? Oh my God, it's taking forever, right? They're very bored, just waiting around there. They're probably going to get themselves into trouble because they're just young kids. But don't get yourself into trouble. Just be patient, because the news will be coming pretty soon. You have the Queen of Swords in the recent past. This is an energy. So the queens I think of as managers. So she manages the intellect. She manages the household legal issues. Or the business legal issues. She manages the creativity from an intellectual point of view. So I always see the Queen of Swords as the writer. But you don't have to be a writer. It can be any kind of creativity in a logical way. You know, a logical form of creativity, if you can imagine creativity being logical. When you're setting up a painting, you want to have a plan for that painting so that you're not wasting, your canvas or your paper and your supplies. You want to have a plan. And where it goes from there, that's the creative process. So this is in your recent past. So that's also showing me that you have put something out, because she's the card saying something has been put out into the universe. The energy surrounding and supporting the entire reading is the Princess of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles. This is a new message coming in, or could be that you're the student, and this is quite a precocious student, and Gemini I think would be a precocious student for sure. Very curious, asks really good questions, has answers to questions that are asked. Yes, very nice energy here, supporting you. All right, let me move these down a little bit. In your near future, we have the Tower. All right, so what's going on with that? All this good news, what's going on with the Tower coming in? What do you know that I don't? Gemini, what's happening in your world that would create a tower? Because it's not this thing that you're putting out there. It's not this new energy you're putting out there. Let me see what I'm getting on this Tower card. Well, I'm not getting really that it's a relationship that's like divorce. I'm not getting divorce. I'm getting that there's some sort of business, the way that the business that you're involved in, the way you do business, there's somebody there, either you or somebody there. I'm feeling like it's somebody there is causing some problems that you have just become aware of. And it doesn't look good for the business. It looks like it's going to be chaos. Initially, it's going to be chaotic. I feel that this is a business issue. And that there is some chaos there. And, the Tower is a card where whatever it affects, it's like the walls come tumbling down. But the rebuilding, the purpose is the rebuilding, your rebuilding period. That's why the walls needed to come down. They need to come down. So I'm feeling as though it may have to do with something with the way that you do business. That's why the crows are here. They're letting you know there's something going on here, and the time is coming up. This is why you're protected. This is why you're protected, because I don't get that this is your doing. We have the World card here, the end of a cycle. Well, the Tower would be the end of a cycle. I see that. So stars in the sky, the card says limitless possibility. I don't see that whatever this Tower moment is, it's going to be chaos at first, but you're gonna be that person who's like standing there, and when the dust settles, you just shake it off and walk away. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's what I'm getting. But so I guess this reading is saying, you know what? This Tower thing is going to happen, but you are protected. Once all the dust stops falling, you're standing in your safe haven. You're going to be standing in your safe haven. You're unaffected by this somehow. I don't know how that is, but you're somehow unaffected. But I think that Raven card with the news, I feel as though I could be wrong, but I feel as though they have already, you're already aware of what's happening. I feel as though you're already aware, and their call to you, their cacophony has already been sounded. That's how I feel about it. You have the King of Hearts in the position of your energy. Very nice. Emotionally mature. Emotionally mature. I like that a lot. You need some emotional maturity when a Tower moment comes up. You're not going to be the guy who's like running this way and that way. Where do we go? What do we do? Oh my God. No, you're not going to be that person. You're going to be like, okay, this is crazy. What's going on? And you're going to find out what is going on before you do anything. What is going on? The energy around you is the Nine of Wands. This is setting your boundaries very firmly, and it's like the wound. They call this card the Wounded Warrior card, because it has been a battle to get people to understand about your boundaries. Hello, it's like your mouth is moving but nobody's listening to you. Yet you know what, you're a person to be listened to. When Gemini says something, I can imagine you, Gemini, saying something in a calm, lukewarm tone of voice, and setting a boundary, because that's the kind of person you are. And people just like blowing it off. Well, no, the time has come. No, you're not blowing me off anymore. Yep, that's what that's about. Setting your boundaries and saying, that's why you're probably not going to suffer any ill effects from this, because you have been doing the right thing all along. The card in your hopes and dreams is the Five of Wands. Now, this is the card of conflict, right? Yep, conflict. It finally is coming to a head, and that's why it's in your hopes and dreams, because you've probably been wanting to get this done. There's a person here who's causing a lot of trouble, and it could be a business partner, very much, because these two people look on equal levels to me. They look equal. It doesn't appear that one is greater than the other. It looks like they're equal. Yet one guy is being really nasty and the other guy is quite calm. I'm going to say you're the one who's quite calm. And you're just like, well, whatever, dude. Very interesting. This guy is threatening. It's like he's threatening you. The guy in the front. You're the person in the back. He's like threatening you, and you're just like, whatever. You're not even looking at him. You're looking past him. All right. Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised. You have the Fool as the final card in this month's reading. Beginning anew. Starting something new. I feel like you have been waiting for this. I feel like you have been waiting for this. Where others in this who are involved in this situation are going to really be pained by this experience, you've been waiting for this. You're ready to go. You're all set. I felt like when I got the Tower, I felt as though was it this card? Yeah, it was this card. When it first came out, I felt like you were making a move. And I thought to myself, is it a geographic or what kind of move? Well, whatever it is, you're on the go. And you're starting something new. And I don't feel it's a geographic because you knew this was coming. I feel that you knew this was coming. You know that the world is your oyster. You have the stars in the sky, limitless possibility card. You're protected. The ravens have already sounded their call, and the guides have you hanging out in a safe haven right now. So you're ready to go. That is a cool reading there, Gemini. If this makes sense to people who are inclined to write a comment, I'd be very interested to hear how this is playing out in your life. And it could be a different scenario. But with the similar energies, I'm feeling as though it's a business relationship that's coming to an end, and you are prepared for this because you know what? You're the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, recent past. You're the Queen of Swords. You know, when it comes to managing situations, you can't beat her. You know, she's the best. Her husband's a little, the king, he's a little rough around the edges. He's demanding, but she's very subtle and just does what she does. And she doesn't tell everybody what she's up to. All right, let's see. From the Prairie, what is this one? The Prairie Majesty Oracle. Where do I give and receive? It's called a match. So, what are you getting matched up with? What energies, what is going to be nourishing you in the future? Where do I give and receive? That's where you're headed. You're headed to that place where you give and receive. Beautiful. I love this. Okay, and the final card is from The Oracle of the Unicorns by Diana Cooper. Nice reading. Very nice. You did a good bit of footwork here, Gemini. Good job. Really good job for you. Yes, I like it. Access your gifts. Explore your treasure chest. Accept who you truly are. Well, yeah. Explore your treasure chest. I think you've already done all of this. And I think you do accept your gifts. That's why you've put things out into the universe. The Three of Wands was why the reading was taking place in the first place. That's because you already knew something was coming down the pike. And you're putting out your feelers because you know it's going to hit any moment. Very nice energies. Oh, great. I wish you the best this month, Gemini, and good luck with that, shaking that dust off and not looking back. All right, have a great holiday season, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.